To crate train or not to crate train? That is the question, right? Everyone hears about crate training, crate training, crate training. Um, and I'm going to give you a couple of things you can do as far as keeping your pup under control. The main reason that I see people for crate training is to control the dog when the owner's gone so he doesn't tear up, chew up something. So my first comment on that would be, if you've trained your dog, you don't have to worry about those things. And we're going to get into a little bit of how you can tell if your dog's safe and what you can do till he is. But the one thing I've never understood about, we use different terminologies. We use terminology for a human, we change the terminology for a dog or a puppy. So we know that if a man's in the prison in a cell somewhere, we call it solitary confinement, right? It's not good. That's a bad thing. But if we put a puppy in a box for 8 or 10 hours a day, that's crate training. I don't see the difference. A box is a box is a box. Secluded, secluded, secluded. So I do understand the necessity, and it is a necessity. And all of my dogs are crate trained. Having a dog who will go in this crate can save you all sorts of things, maybe even their life someday. So what I'm going to go over now is a few little alternatives. First off, if you want to crate train your pup, have him consistently going there, one of the easiest ways in the world is simply to feed him in the crate. And just like as an adult, you're not going to leave the food out there. You're going to put it in, you're going to let him eat, you're going to take it out. This way his metabolism gets timed, like we said about the house training. You're going to know when he needs to go to the bathroom, which is going to help your house breaking. It's also going to keep him healthier longer. When he's older, it's going to prevent things like bloat and torsion, which can kill your dog. So you want a meal time set, 10 minutes, pick it up. Now, he's going to start understanding when he hears the word crate that good things can happen. So you're not going to have trouble getting him to go in. Now what you want to do is you want to start letting him get comfortable in there. A lot of people, especially with a puppy that's going to whine all night, they're going to take the crate and put it beside their bed, and they think they're going to get to sleep that night. I don't understand that, but they can be kind of, so we'll get them good and tired, take them in the crate, put them in their crate, let them sleep. Now, is a dog staying 8 to 10 hours a day in a crate your best solution for your puppy and your house? It's going to depend. Some people, that's the only way they're going to get to keep a dog, and I think that's well worth it, as long as when you get home you get them out and give them good quality time, lots of exercise, lots of play. But there's so many alternatives you can use. If you're in a house with a yard, dogs actually have been known to live outside and do quite well. So you can leave them outside. You can, in good weather. You got to be weather conscious. You can also rig up some little toys that they can play with. I know one lady who bought a tennis ball automatic slinger, so she's got it on a timer and it throws balls for a dog and he can chase it. Something else you can do really simple is get you a bicycle inner tube, hang it over a tree limb, tie a rope onto that bottom of the inner tube, and a little gunny sack, burlap sack on the bottom of that rope. Go out in the morning, wiggle that sack, let your dog grab it, start pulling, and he'll come back a dozen times a day and play tug of war with himself in your tree. Keeps him happy, keeps him occupied, keeps him out of mischief. Now, if you don't have the backyard, or maybe it's not fenced, there's a lot of unfenced subdivisions going on, at least around here anymore. Another alternative is a puppy playpen until he gets big enough to go outside. And you can get a puppy playpen that you can confine him in, give him some roll around Kong toys or things he can play with. He's going to be happy as a lark. And when you come home, he's going to be just as happy to see you as he would have been in the crate. Now, let me point out what not many people know about a crate. When you got your puppy in a crate, well, let me back up a little bit. One of the biggest complaints I have or get from people when they bring their 9, 10-month-old dog out here is that he's just wild, and I will ask them, gosh, do you crate train him? And 7 out of 10 will say yes. And I'll say, how many hours a day is he in the crate? And they'll say, well, just while I go to work and come back and while I'm working. You know, some people can go home at noon and let them out. They don't have the problems that the people who are leaving their dog in more than 4 hours have. So think of it this way. When that puppy's sitting in that box, wondering what's going on, it's like winding a spring. And so when you get home and open that door, boom, that spring releases and he is full of energy. I would say the majority of the dogs that we have come out here for training, who the complaint is they're knocking the kids over, they're knocking the neighbors over, and I will ask them how many hours a day are they in the crate, and they'll say, well, just while I'm at work, only while I'm at work. So remember that. That's another reason not to go extended periods of time in your crate. Get your puppy playpen. If you have a utility room, some with a tile floor, get you a pee pad, put it in there, do the same thing with your playpen, of course. Put a pee pad down there, and you can do the old-fashioned housebreaking way. This can actually help you with your housebreaking. If you have a utility room, cover the whole floor with pads. Get some toys to put out there. Put your food bowl and put your water bowl in the front by your door, and every day when you come home, you just pick up the soil pads, throw them away. It's simple. The next day, 2 days later, take up, if you put down 10 pads the first day, put down 8 the second day. And then the third or fourth day, put down 6, 4, 3, 2, till you got one pad in a corner. And I promise you, when you come home, your puppy will always go to that one pad in the corner. And to help your housebreaking, you can then put a pad at your back door. Let him go there and use that pad at the back door for a time or two. Then, with your bell hanging from the door, like we said in the housebreaking video, you may want to go back and check, part 1. Take the pad, take it outside, just pull a corner of it through the door, just under the door, and your pup will go to the back door and go, where's my pad? Where's my bathroom? And then he'll be banging that bell loud as the dickens. Hey, buddy boy. Now you've got a pup and you can go open the door. Your pup's going to go outside. You can even go so far as to take that one pad, put it in the spot in the yard where you want him to go to the bathroom, and take him to that spot. And with a little luck, you'll have a dog who'll always go to the bathroom in the same spot. It makes for easy cleanup. So there's the fundamentals. I hope the pros and the cons on crate training. More than 4 hours, you can have a wound up dog. 4 hours or less is going to be great. Should you crate train? Absolutely. Should he live in his crate? No. And think about this, especially if you're getting a large dog. One last thought. Most people I know who are getting especially a German Shepherd or a Doberman or a Rottweiler or whatever, American Bulldog, they have in the back of their mind that when they're gone, their home is safe, right? Because they got this big dog. Well, guess what, folks? If he's in a crate all the time you're gone, when you come home, you might as well say bye-bye to that TV set, because the dog cannot stop anyone in a crate. So especially if you've got a large dog and you're looking at the potential for them to be a security system, teach them to live in your house. And we have all the videos you'll need to teach them all those rules, proper discipline. I think we did discipline in part 1. That'll teach the dog to not go in not to use your house as a bathroom. And also, I'm sorry folks, I'm getting distracted. The dogs are barking at some horses going by there. So anyway, I'm gonna go see what kind of horses them boys are riding, and we'll check y'all out next week. Thanks.